Okay, there you go, Mand.
Okay, thank you, G. Hi, everybody. Welcome to team training. Tonight I'm doing the introduction. Tru-science studies, 4-year network marketing plan, training presenters by G. G is going to be doing that tonight. And this is me, Mandy McDonald, Pro 5, on the Central Coast in a little place called Rocky Point. So welcome to all our new distributors, Team Activate. So activate health, activate less, activate wealth, and live more.
Okay.
Okay, so basics to get started. New distributors training on every Thursday night. There's no compensation plan training this Thursday night. In the meantime, get used to teamactivate.net for all of our new distributors, and activatemylife.net is for all the customers. And all the Facebook group Team Activate and the Facebook group Activate My Life.
Okay, and maybe just mention, Mandy, if they haven't registered, if they're new, to go to teamactivate.net and sign up.
Yes, yes. Yes, of course. If you haven't registered at all, go to teamactivate.net and sign up, and it will you'll get an email and to be activated, and you can go in there and activate it. So new distributor training, these are for all the new distributors trainings on all your sessions, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. They're all different Zoom numbers.
So you start with number 1, 5-step start. That'll be this Thursday night.
Start strong, yeah.
And if it's your second week?
Yep, sharing our product and business opportunity. The third week, compensation plan, referral and loyalty systems. And the fourth session, how to structure your business, monthly end procedures.
Right.
And also on the training demos, every Tuesday night is it's a really fun thing to do. And also, yeah, it's with Amber on this Tuesday night. So lovely Amber is doing our training for the power hour, the live power hour. So get on there and yeah, have a go. It's really fun. So weekly training and opportunity meetings. So weekly team activate schedule, Monday team training. Tuesday there's the live DMOs recommended for all new distributors and all who are unsure of what actions to take to build a business. And Wednesday live opportunity meeting at night and the Zoom numbers. Thursday distributor training 4-week program, and there's 4 different Zoom numbers for that. Friday live opportunity meetings in the daytime, and Saturday external expert training for distributors.
But
so
that's not on.
Posts every time.
Yeah, that external expert training isn't on till November, so there's none on. So okay. The only one I would recommend is if people have any prospects or anybody that you would like to show the business to, please get them on that live opportunity meeting on Wednesday night. We'll put out a flyer about it.
Okay. So New Zealand opportunity meetings. So these are on, this is on tomorrow night for our New Zealand people, and anyone, just get anyone you know on these live Tuesday night opportunity meetings.
Okay.
For New Zealand. Yeah, so here's all your New Zealand events. Yeah, so there's Wellington, Christchurch, Hamilton, and Auckland.
Great. So they need to register. Otherwise, if we don't see that the numbers are in, we won't be able to go. So it's really, really important that everybody registers. And where you actually find these is under the page LifeVantage Australia events. So if you go to that page and then go to events, you will see all of these up there. And then there's a sticky ticket link, and it's $10 for distributor, free for guests. So if you live in Australia and you just want to invite some guests in New Zealand, you just go in and put in the guests' names and the number, and you don't pay. You just put it in like that. But we need to see all the numbers in there. So the numbers are really low at the moment. So unless people are registering, this may not go ahead. So it's up to us to really get lots of registrations happening this week.
Right, okay. Thanks, Tree. Our upcoming event who's coming to Leadership Academy? I hope you are, because I am. I can't wait. So the November 30th, December the 1st. So get on and register, $79. Or if you came in on a gold or platinum, please email customer support, which is AU support at lifevantage.com, to redeem your tickets. And make sure you do that and advise anyone else as well. So your current incentives to Ireland. So who's coming to Ireland as well? We've got to get to Ireland. So yeah, the qualification period, July the 1st to April the 30th. So do you have a plan and work with your sponsor? So it's really exciting, guys. I'm very, very excited about this incentive trip. It's brilliant. So get everyone together and work with the team. So I'm going to introduce G. Fletcher now, who's Pro 7 on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. And the topic is True Science Studies and your 4-year career.
Thank you so much, Mandy. Well done, Mans. That was one of her first times doing announcements. So well done.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you just mute there, Mand?
I'll just
let me.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, welcome everybody. We've got a bit of a smaller team tonight because loads of people are already on their way to Utah, and I set off tomorrow with 8 of us, I think, are on the plane. So look out, Virgin. There's going to be a big gang of us going from Brisbane, and can't wait. I'm half packed. So straight after this, I am getting my butt in there. But super excited to be going to Utah, and super excited to be meeting everybody over there and coming back and letting you know everything that's going on. And if you haven't got full belief in this company, you certainly will be after tonight, because I was all ready to do my 4-year career and expand on this training. And then Charlotte said, I've had lots of requests from people wanting to know more about True Science. We always talk about Pro-Tandem and we don't know about True Science. And I thought, ooh, I don't really do lots with True Science either. So she's like, can you just explain all about it? And I thought, well, there is, Una did a fantastic job in Team Activate under product knowledge, all about that it's all natural, there's no parabens, no formaldehydes, nothing like that in our True Science. So I thought I want to do something different because that's already in there. So I really encourage you, if this is one of your first times or you don't know that much about True Science, please go in and watch that video. I think it's step 2, know your products, and watch the video. Una explains in a beautiful job all the different products in True Science. So I thought, what could I do? And I thought, I know, I'll talk about the studies. And then it was like, great, now I've got to go and find out about the studies and learn about them. So this has been really good because I've learned lots. And now I'm more excited than ever about True Science. So I'm just going to dive straight into the first one. So this was the study that was done that we often see about the hydration and things like that. So the first study was a 2-month clinical study. It was run by an independent clinical research, and it was on 86 women, 35 plus. And then they measured it over 28 days and 56 days, and nobody knew what brands were being used, and there was no employees or anything from LifeVantage. And check this out. So this was what happened with tru-science. So this was the age, this was the increase. Look at this. It went up at day 56 to 42.1. So there was a huge increase in skin moisture. Now, if you don't have skin moisture, you have got really dry skin, it's aged and things like that. So day 28, it had gone up by 32%. And then day 56, it had gone up by 42% in skin moisture. So the clinical study showed the moisture level. But look at all of these, day 28 and day 56. Love the fragrance. Now, a lot of people say to me, I don't like taking tru-science or putting tru-science because it's got a perfume in it. The perfume is from a plant, which is called yucca, Y-U-K-U. It's a plant-based fragrance, so it's still all natural. There's none of the nasty things in it. More hydrated skin. 91% of the people said that they were going to buy the regimen, which is great. Softer skin, more luminous, younger looking skin, better than I usually use. So we got some fantastic results after 56 days. Drop in the box, drop in the chat if you love tru-science. I can see some people putting in, yes, 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 can't believe, yep. So drop in the box if you love the science. I love this. Now, I will say at the start, I don't know what it was with the Irish, but me and Una started with having these spots on one side of our face. Seriously, we looked, I don't know what we looked like. I looked like this teenager. I had all these spots coming down here. And actually, a naturopath said that's your liver. So me and Una, good old Irish, ended up with these same spots in the same place. But I've never had it since. I've never had a spot since. So if you find certain things are happening with it at the start, it's basically detoxing your skin maybe a little bit. So just keep going with it. And if you end up with acne, this is a little Dr. Chevreau secret, put the eye serum on the acne. My kids, the minute they have a bit of acne, they use the cleanser anyway, but my daughter comes in and gets the eye serum, dabs it on, and she's like going to be 13 soon. All her friends are breaking out in them disgusting spots, and she doesn't have any. My son doesn't have any. So they just put on some of the eye serum because it's got a prebiotic in it. So they just dab that on. Look at our competition's feedback and what happened to them. So this ND Plasma, Jeunesse, and I used to use Jeunesse, cellular, 75% at 56 days, and ours was not for smoother looking skin, and ours was at 94%. And theirs is like $134 for this Luminous serum, one bottle. New Skin, 80% for firmer looking skin, and ours was 85% and 81%. And talking about firmer skin, I was listening today to, if you want to know more about this, go into our Team Activate, or even just Google in YouTube, Dr. Rodart, Melody Rodart. She's a skin specialist, and she was saying that why our product is so good, tru-science, is that it's got Plantigo, which improves the elasticity and texture of your skin, and the Nebraska family, which protects the environmental. And we've got pepper and different things like that. So most of the ingredients are what is in Protandim, with a few extra ones. But look at this, Lancome, none of them had anything better than what we have. And a lot of their products are a lot more expensive. So I love this study that had been done. Now, study number 2 was a shaving study. So this was done on 27 men. So all the men out there, you need to start putting on tru-science on your skin. So 27 men aged between 31 and 66. So day 1, using their own products, they tested for skin irritation and loss of moisture before shaving and straight after shaving. Their skin was irritated by 50% and there was a loss of moisture. I'll show this on a graph in a minute. So then they went with tru-science for day 2 to day 6, using the tru-science products as their shaving regime. Then they used their own razor. So they had the cleanser for shaving, the perfecting lotion as the aftershave, and tru-science anti-aging moisture for moisturizing the skin. And check out this. So here's the results. So have a look at the first graph. This was for irritation of the skin. So pre-shave day, it was quite irritated. And post-shave, now what they did after post-shave, they actually tested 30 minutes after you shaved. And look how high this is. So the irritation increased by 61% using their own products. And if you look here on the second graph, this was the water loss or moisture. They lost 50% using their own products after they shaved. And look what happened with Protandim and with the tru-science. So here is day 7. So they've been using tru-science now from day 2 to day 6. Look at what happened here. One, they've got a reduction anyway in the irritation, but look what happens after they shaved. It's the exact same. Isn't that amazing? So there was a 34% reduction in irritation using tru-science. And check out the second graph here. Pre-shave was up here, and then moisture loss. Now, this is because there was one man out of the 27 who felt that there was some moisture loss, but everyone else, it was 100% had improved. So using tru-science, there was an improved 21%. Look at that. That's amazing. So this is really interesting. I hadn't understood this, so I watched a video on this today. So basically, they did a test. If you can see over here, we'll start on the left. So these are all the genomes or genes that are upregulated. The NRF2 activation on your skin upregulates all of these genes. So there's 70 here that have been upregulated, but mainly it is the catalase that there's a strong induction in these couple of here that I'm not even going to try and say the names. But yeah, upregulates 70 of our genes in our skin. Now have a look over here on the right-hand side. This is day 0. You can have a look here at a skin untreated. So if you have a look at it untreated after 7 days, and then tru-science, being treated with tru-science, look how thick the epidermal is this little pink line. I've just written thicker epidermal, and that's right under the skin. So that actually has increased the thickness of the epidermal, which is what you want with your skin after using tru-science for 7 days only. And if you look and see all the cells, they're all pointing down, and that's what you want. You want them all in unison. And watch, the pink has gone right down into the blue. So then they did a test with 0.2 retinol after 7 days. The epidermal is still really, really thin. But look at the cells. They're all over the place. They're not formatting. They're not going down into a beautiful formation like the way they are with tru-science. And it actually shows that after using the retinol, there was signs of inflammation, cellular edema, and chromatin aggravation. So this is really amazing just to see this and see what is actually happening underneath the skin, because tru-science actually goes 5 levels deep inside. And now you can see this with this graph, which I loved. Now, the 4th study is, you can do one of these at home. I heard from these ladies in Thailand that they put tru-science number 4. So I went and got my number 4 anti-aging healing cream, and they put it on bread. So I put it on one side of the bread, and I toasted it. And look what happened. Here is one side toasted. And this is with tru-science toasted. Look at it. Look what a barrier. It didn't burn. Isn't that amazing? So our science, our tru-science, because they actually say that it forms a block, even though we don't have sunscreen in it, it forms a block on our skin. Is anyone else excited by this? I was so nervous doing this, thinking, what a oh, you can't see. Okay, hang on a sec. I'm going to have to stop sharing a minute so you can see. Why can't you see? Okay, can people see now? There is the toast on one side, and this is the side with tru-science. Can everybody see that now? Is that not exciting? That if you could do this, can you imagine doing this as a live and saying to people, I'm just going to put our product on this toast and see, does my skin burn when I do it? There is no sunscreen in here, so there's nothing bad for you. And just do it. My son was going, what are you doing? You're not going to eat that bread with that cream now, are you? I went, no. And I'm doing it. And he was like, what are you doing? And then I put it in the toaster and he's like, you are seriously not going to eat that? That's so disgusting. I was like, no. So he stood there waiting. And then I popped it out and I went, look. And he went, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I don't know how the Thailand ladies came up with this trick. But anyway, I'm excited and I'm pleased. And I think we could do some lives. And I reckon some people will buy that product because of that. So, they are my studies. Who now loves tru-science even more than what you did? Because I am so excited after seeing the science behind tru-science. I'm like, seriously, I have not been promoting this enough. It is such good value. $201.50 for like 3 months worth of 4 products. One of them, like Jeunesse cellular serum, is $134 just for the serum. Any one of them other products is like $160 just for one product. So it's our duty now, I feel, to really start telling everybody a lot more about tru-science. So let's forget about tru-science now for a minute. Now we're going to go on to the 4-year career, because this is what I was going to talk on. And I thought, man, they don't really go, but I still want to put them together because I am really excited by showing you your 4-year career and what we need to think mentally about our 4-year career. So yeah, I do start here. So the difference between network marketing and direct sales. Because a lot of people get confused, and a lot of people who come in from direct sales get really confused by the power in network marketing. Because a lot of the times direct sales is more upfront money. But if you're not doing the job and in homes and out there selling, well, then you're not actually earning any money. There isn't really any residual income. It is all just sales. So direct sales normally is full-time sales. They have protected territories. Like even this would be with Thermomix and things like that. They would have a set area and stuff like that. Employees, and there is a performance quota. Networking is just some satisfied customers who want to share our products. There's no territories. It's voluntary. It's your business. It's your entrepreneurship. And if you treat it like a hobby, it will be a hobby income. But if you treat it like a business, it can be life-changing. So, direct sales requires a few people to do a lot. Network marketing requires a lot of people doing a little bit each. And that's mainly the difference. So if you take $1 million worth of sales and you go to direct sales, well, you would go to probably 100 reps and say your target is $10,000 each. In network marketing, the best way to do it is to have 10,000 distributors, each selling $100 each. And there's your $1 million. And you might say, how do I even get 1,000 people into my organization? Well, you don't. You get 4, and they do the same. So the sponsoring law is anyone can and should sponsor others. Sponsoring law 2 is sponsoring creates geometric progression. So if you love a product, and we all now love our products, and now I hope I've shown you that you'll love even tru-science more, you want to go and share it with some people. So that's what basically sharing is sponsoring. So what's this geometric progression? Well, it's doing the maths. You get 4 people, your 4 get their 4, those 4 get their 4, and so on. So it's basically 4, 16, 64, 256, 1,024. But I've enrolled a lot more than 4 people, and I know most of you on here have, but what you've got to be, what you need to understand is it's 4 of you. So you literally need to find 4 blue M&Ms, and then you need to help them find 4 blue M&Ms. So if you just find somebody who just signs up maybe a couple of customers, that's not your 4 exactly that we're talking about. So I want to do a quick thing with you. And some of you might know this already. So drop a 1 if you would rather $3 million, or drop a 2 if you would rather a penny doubled for 30 days. So a penny doubled for 30 days is number 2, or I give you $3 million. I'm just going to wait for a few minutes till you all put in. Oh, I think you've done this before. Seriously? You're all doing the 2. Yes. So I want to show you what happens to a penny over 30 days. So look, it's pretty sad at the start. And this is sometimes what your network marketing business looks like. It's very sad. And you're thinking, seriously, I got my pay today and it was $9 or $15, seriously, and I worked my butt off. And did you see, like, I'm earning less than my 13-year-old spotty kid who works in a little ice cream parlor, and I'm earning less money than them. But we're building an asset. And I'll tell you, my husband is a dental prosthetist. He makes false teeth. So when we moved to the Sunshine Coast, we started in our garage because we couldn't afford to have a clinic or anything. And I would work taking in the teeth, people ringing up about their dentures, and he would sit there making the dentures in the garage. And then finally, he went and rented some bench space. And then finally, we bought a clinic. And then finally, we bought a building. But that was 12 years. We couldn't have done that at the start because we had to build up our reputation. We had to build up our money. We had to build up an asset. And now, in the garage, was that an asset? No. But now we have a fully serviced clinic with 12 years worth of patients and a database. Is that an asset? Absolutely. That is the same way that you have to think about your business. You are creating an asset, income producing asset. Your business will be worth quite a lot by the end if you stay. But can you see here what happens? Basically, most of the money, like I said, would you want $3 million or a penny doubled? It only changed that last day, 2,685,000 and then 5.3 million. So let's look, if we looked at this over 4 years, it's your 4-year plan. Well, year 1, man, you're not earning very much. Year 2, that's pretty sad as well. Year 3, it's starting to get there. It's starting to get there now. Some money is starting to come in. And then look at year 4. Things just start going bang, 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 bang. Momentum starts kicking in. Everyone knows about it. You've got systems in place. That's how long it takes to actually create your 4, plus then find their 4, plus then find their 4. And I know this because when I was reading this book, and I'll give you the book's name, and it's actually free to download. So I was reading it over the weekend. It's called Your 4-Year Career. And I was actually thinking, you know, it is actually true what they are saying about the 4 years, because I've been in network marketing now for 4 and a bit years, and now I am in this bracket. So sometimes it says you either hit it in 4 years. I think if you're with the same company, it would actually even be better, but this was my 3rd company in my 4 years, but I believe I'm well on track with all of this. So now I want to show you our Tara Wilson 1 a month. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tara Wilson is one of our business partners in Team Heart. She founded Team Heart, and they were the people we signed up with. And this is what we have always gone by, the 1 a month. So we teach this all the time. It's in teamactivate.net. If you haven't watched it, please go into training recordings and you'll see it in there. And I do this every month. I start going, yep, I'm going to find my 1 distributor and my 4 customers. And you can see here, month 1, you find your 1. So now there's 2 of you. Month 2, you go find another 1, and your person finds 1, and now there's 4. And it carries on like that. Now, most people give up at about month 5. They're like, what a load of dribble. I have worked so hard in this industry. I have given it my all, and I am earning like $1,000 a month. Like, that's $250 a week. That is rubbish for the amount of hours I'm spending. And we're like, this is an income producing asset. You need to know that it's not time for money at this moment. You're building an asset. But if they stay and they see this, look what happens. Once you start hitting the 128, the 256, 512, look what starts happening. Now, I'm up here in the Pro 7 and Charlotte's Pro 8, but look what happens in the amount of people that are in. Now, the issue I had with this 1 a month is Tara and Rachel, if this was the way it's supposed to be, they would be all Pro 10s right now. So it's not fully duplicatable in 1 year, but over 4 years, and this is what me and Charlotte was saying, I was like, you know what, it's really a 4-year plan. You've got to keep in your mindset going, finding your 1 a month, but then we go back to the 4 blue M&Ms you need, and you need to help them find their 4 blue M&Ms. And then you really will be on a roll. So if your mantra is that you're going to sign up 1 a month, that might be somebody who just loves being around us, wants to get some product, tell a couple of friends. They're not going to be one of your 4. But they may introduce you to a 4. But in the meantime, you just keep going along and keep working with everyone and loving on everybody. And your 4 blue M&Ms will come, which will transform your business. But look what happens if you take this 1 a month system and put it over 4 years. So year 1, you may only be a Pro 2. You may only have 8 people in your business. Year 2, you may have got to Pro 5. You might have 64 in your business, you may not. Year 3, and that's where I am now, and I've got a lot more people in my business than that. Now look at this, year 4, Pro 10. And I know that is Charlotte's 4-year career plan with LifeVantage to be Pro 10 in year 4. I believe I'll be Pro 9 or Pro 10, not sure. But can you see that when you actually take this and put it across 4 years, it is such an achievable. This isn't even people coming in on platinums or anything. This is just people coming in and having their 200 PV each month. So having their 4 customers and maybe bringing in a distributor. So it's pretty phenomenal when you actually see this all written down, the 4 years. And that's what it is. In your 4 years, I encourage you to listen to podcasts constantly. I have network marketing heroes who is actually Bliss, who is the person who wrote this book. And he actually, I really encourage you to do it. His latest one that he did was on Carrie Dickey. So he actually interviews Carrie Dickey last week. And Carrie Dickey said, she's our upline, for any of you that don't know. So she's at the top of Team Heart. She's way up the top. And she's a Pro 11. And he said, what do you want to be? And she said, I'd love to be the first Pro 12 in LifeVantage if I can. And she said, I was a waitress. I was a door salesperson with encyclopedias. But she said, I devoured personal development. She said, I learned everything there was to learn about people. And I'm really good at asking questions and finding out people's pain. So she said, I ask questions until I find out whether their pain is the product or the finances. And I may not even talk to the person then about it, but I may have just connected with them on Facebook. And then afterwards I might say, hey, I couldn't help thinking, and I've been thinking about you and about what you said about your mom and about her arthritis. I think I've got something that could maybe help you. So it's all about listening. This industry is about listening and finding out people's pain. And it's about you having the posture to actually go out there and talk to people. And it's so funny. One of the main things he asks, so any of the network marketers, there's 100 episodes on there. And it's everybody who has done the 4-year career plan, and they are all earning a minimum of $10,000 a month now. Most of them are earning about $100,000 a month. And he says the first question he always asks them is, what was the most incredible, life-changing script or thing that got told to you when you got introduced to network marketing? So what is it that your friend or your colleague or whoever rang you, what was it that they said to you that actually blew your mind, that you actually decided to take a look? 100% of the time, they said that someone said, I've got an idea I'd like to run by you, or I've got something I'd like to show you. Can we meet up for a coffee? That's it. And I want to tell you this little story about a guy. We were trying to do him tonight, and we're going to bring him on maybe next week if he's around. But what I loved about Mike, he has not, can people unmute, mute please? There's somebody that's not muted. I'm going to have to mute everyone again. See if that helps. Yep. So what he's done, the minute we showed him our product, and he has not got network marketing experience, but he said straight away, I want to get to Pro 10. How do I do it? And I went, wow, okay. So as we're talking to him, he started writing down names. Now this guy is not in health and wellness. He just has his own little business where he goes and does a lot of repair work and handyman, and I think he's a carpenter or something like that. But what he did do, he said, I need that presentation and I'll put it in my iPad. I'm driving to Toowoomba, which is 3.5 hours away, and I'm going seeing people. So he drove and he came back with 2 platinums. Just, he took the time out to actually go and see people. Does he know about oxidative stress? Does he have the confidence about the business? No. But he took his opportunity meeting and his slides, and he just said, I've got something I'd love to show you and run by. Nobody is doing this in Toowoomba. I'd love to show you it. And they said, we're in. But he treated it like a business. He knew that if he was in his normal business, he wouldn't just ring someone or text somebody and say, hey, I want to send you this. He knew that for him to make the biggest impact in his business, he was going to go and drive and meet these people and sit and have a coffee with them. So I really believe what you put into it is what you get out of it. And I believe if you treat this like a real business, and that this is an asset, an income producing asset. Do you think after 4 years, if your product, if you're a Pro 10 and you're earning $100,000 per month, do you know how much that business would be worth? Millions. You could sell that if you chose. You could sell that for probably $1 million, if not more. So isn't this exciting? But we need to realize that it's a 4-year career. Okay, somebody's written, I'm still concerned about the perfumes and chemicals in tru-science. There isn't any. The perfume, there isn't a perfume in it. It's called yuzo. It is a plant, and the plant is actually just a plant. Yuko is the fragrance that is in it. It doesn't actually have any perfumes or chemicals in tru-science. You can go in, and I'll show you as well, in activatemylife.net. You can go over to the top right hand side, and frequently asked questions of tru-science and Protandem are all in there. And Yasmin, I'm not sure why you're not finding it hydrating. You've only been using it, though, I think 1 day, maybe 2. It does take time. As I say, when I did it, I actually ended up breaking out. I've never had spots like it. Myself and Una, same as us. I don't know, some Irish thing, or that we like wine, but we ended up with the worst acne spots, and I've never had them since. So I would just say, go with the product and trust it. And if you don't want to do it on your son, that's fine, just to start with. But we have tons and tons of people that have actually used it on psoriasis and eczema and had great success with it. But the biggest thing about our business is that it is the relationship business. People are key, and we need to constantly be casting visions out to people. So belief in this industry is key. And if you believe that this is a 4-year career plan, and that it is an income producing asset, and that you have phenomenal products, we have the most incredible products ever. I was listening to a man last week, and he was carrying on about his helicopters. He's like one of the richest network marketing people, and carrying on about his, and it's with send out cards. I was like, you serious? Send out cards. How could you be passionate about little cards that you send out to business saying thank you for your business? Like, we have life-changing products. We have all natural products that change people's lives. How much more exciting can you get than our products, which is the next generation of wellness? Nobody else has the products we have. So I really encourage you to learn more about the tru-science, learn about Protandem. Maybe we'll start taking a study each week about Protandem and really extrapolating and understanding a bit more about the Heart Association's one, and the Institute of Aging. Maybe that's something I'll speak with Charlotte, and maybe we'll just pick a study and do on it. But I just really want you to know you're in the right company with the right products. These products are changing people's lives, but you need to be realistic in your expectations of what is possible in network marketing. Now, myself and Charlotte have had the calls. There's been times that Charlotte's gone, oh my gosh, I thought I would have got more by now, and at the start. And I was like, ugh. But I didn't really look at it. To be honest, I didn't really look at the money at the beginning. I knew that it was going to be there. I knew that if I just kept doing what I was doing, that it was going to happen. And it did. And Charlotte even now was like, wow, I had no idea that it was going to be like this. And the difference with our money compared to other network marketing monies, and I would show anybody my back office, mine goes like that. Just keeps going up, not massively each month, but just goes up little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. In other ones, they go up and down, up and down, up and down. You want a stable income. You want a business that, rather than peaks and troughs and drips and drops, you want it to just consistently be growing a little bit by a little bit by a little bit. And that is what our products do, because our products work. So that's it for me. Does anybody have any questions or anything about the studies that I did? If anyone wants to unmute, I might